The pet shop starts changing radically. And we did all kinds of devilish things over the years. We used to have the fish department upstairs, which we wreaked havoc in. And so kids would come in there. We held one kid by the ankles, and we dunked him in a trash can full of water. His mom, called the boss, and the boss comes upstairs. Why are you guys trying to drown one of these kids? This kid goes running out of the pet shop like half wet. We're like, sorry, kid. Don't fuck with the men in the fish department. So anyway, years go by, I go off to do music, Ian goes off to do music, and the pet shop has turned into an Italian restaurant. And Ian and I are walking through the old neighborhood. He goes, have you ever been in that Italian restaurant? I go, no, man. Last time I was in that place was like 1979 or something. And he goes, let's go in and eat dinner. I go, you want to go to the pet shop and go eat dinner? He goes, well, it's a restaurant. Let's go in there and see what it's like. Okay. And we go and we sit down, and a very stern woman. It's an Italian restaurant, family owned. And the matriarch, she comes up, slams these menus down in front of us. And we said, so you own this place? She goes, yeah. And we're like, no smiles. She's like, yeah, I do. You want to fight about it? She's like really intense. Like, and I said, okay, this place used to be a pet shop. She goes, yes, I know it used to be a pet shop. I bought it when it was a pet shop. Well, that's cool. We used to work here, like back in the 70s when it was a pet shop. She kind of gives us the hard eye, like, oh, you did, huh? Let me know when you want to order. And she leaves. And as, we start talking about stories, God, remember all the stuff we used to do in this place? Fuck, what was that like? To move a food establishment into a place that had been a pet shop for like 20 years. Do you imagine the sanitation you have to do? So much like rat shit, roach shit, just stuff smeared into the walls. You have to basically demolish the building and start again. To put a food establishment in, it better be pretty clean. And so I'm wondering, oh my God, because the place was filthy when we were there. How can you be serving food in there now? And it made me remember, we used to have to go up every Saturday morning and service the fish room. Now what would happen on Friday afternoon was you'd get all the new fish in from the fishery, from the fish wholesaler. Big industrial strength bags of 30 of this, 50 of that. And what you would do is you drop that bag into the existing tank of the same species and rip open a hole in the bag. So the two pHs of the water slowly, get to meet each other, and the water temperature gradually adjusts so the fish coming from the fishery can swim out when they feel ready, and they won't die, and they won't, get cooked by the water or frozen by the water, or the pH won't kill them, too much acid, too much alkali, whatever. And it never worked. It never worked. And in the morning, we'd come back, and there'd just be just death. It'd be the fish room of death. And so the ritual was, one guy holds the clipboard and takes the death toll. The other guy scoops the dead fish out. He goes, okay, angelfish, zebra, tiger angelfish, 10, neon tetra, all. Those tetras never make it. Guppies can take anything. They can swim in soup. They do not care. They're fine, normal. The Rambo fish, And so you take your scoop, dead fish, put them in the trash can. Okay. Ian has a whole new thing to do. He takes the fish out, and the net has a little bit of flex to it. He aims it back and goes, boom, and the dead fish catapult out of the net over the fish tanks. And the fish tanks are on a shelf that has been built by the boss. It's basically a wall of the 1-inch compacted wood fiberboard with shelves on it, and it's been nailed up to 2x4s that have been nailed into the reel wall. So between the reel wall and the fish shelf is 2 inches of the 2x4 of dead space. Ian, early on exhibited great, intense hand-eye coordination. And he's like, boom, and all the fish kind of go over and kind of hit the wall and go, and just disappear. I go, Ian, you can't do that, man. They'll go back there and rot. He's like, oh, come on, they dry up, fuck it, And I go, yeah, you're right, what the hell, it looks kind of fun, let me try it. Boom. And we taught it to all the little intern kids. And they're like, yay! Boom. Okay, this was around 9th or 10th grade. I had that job all the way through high school. We did this every Saturday. Not for 6 weeks and got bored of it. It just became the thing to do. We're talking years and years of dead fish back behind these two walls. And so the lady serves up the food. I go, what did you find when you went up to that room upstairs and pulled that shelving thing back? And she gives us this look like she wants to kill us. She was like, I found the most disgusting shit I have ever seen in my life. There's dead fish that have rotted into the wall and rotted the plaster. We had to scrape the walls. We had to sandblast the walls. We had to pull up the floor and put down new floor. It was disgusting. It was expensive. Whoever put those fish back there ruined that room. And he was looking at me like, now's the time for you to